It wasn't me.
We're just having fun with the studio chairs, waiting for the show to start. We're going up and down, up and down.
Accidentally hit the button, and then all you can see is my chin. Go ahead.
So I was thinking, guys, we got to do this. Why don't we, for the 100th show,
Yes.
let's have a giveaway. Like a Warriors United t-shirt or shirt, and it's like a $25 gift card to something, Amazon or something. Let's have a giveaway. What do you think?
You know what? But
I have no problem with that.
we can do that. But there's some people who have been on our show consistently.
But that's why we have to have some sort of competition, right?
Yeah.
We can't give everybody because we don't make that. We don't make money from the seat, so we can't give everybody.
But we can have a contest. We'll come together, think of a contest, and put it out there before our listening audience, and whomever wins, and whoever doesn't, oh well, so be it.
You know, but we can have consolation prizes too, but we got to have something for 100th show. We got to do something special for 100.
Right. But welcome to our viewers and our friends and family with three men who love to talk about the goodness of God on this beautiful platform that we have before you. Hey, our viewers, we love you. We're glad that you're with us again tonight.
Wait, Rupert, you don't know this one, but he don't know I'm going to say it neither. Why this guy go to Home Depot? why this guy go to Home Depot? I said, excuse me, sir. Do you preach? Do you sing?
So I was at Home Depot today.
I want to know what he was wearing.
I was at Home Depot today. I had on clothes you wear working outside. And so I walked up to this lady who worked in the garden section. I said, you may not remember, but she goes, okay, you like the fourth person said this to me. I was talking to her about, thanking her for how she gave me some advice on some plants.
Home Depot.
So we're talking. Then she stops. She goes, do you preach?
I think you blessed the plants.
I must have.
And they were growing quicker.
Right. And then I'm walking away. And she said, wait. And do you sing?
There
I
we
said,
go.
I must have been giving off that, the anointing must be coming off or something. I don't know.
Jesus.
You were giving off that aura.
There you
that,
go.
That Pentecostal aura.
Hey, but you know what?
That's what it's supposed to do.
That's what it's supposed to do.
It's supposed to do it.
Hey, man, at the dynamic word yesterday, hey, it got to resonate on you somehow.
Oh, dynamic word. Bishop spoke. Bishop,
no,
it was Edie, you said, right? It was
Right.
Assistant pastor.
And the youth choir?
Ordained assistant pastor, right?
One more time.
That was your newly ordained assistant.
Yes, correct.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, you are breaking up. I have the volume down too low. Couldn't hear you. Let me try that again. There we go. Check one. There we go.
Yeah, because the youth choir was showing off yesterday. Yes, the youth choir was showing off.
But before the choir sang, what they do now, they have a youth person give a
little testimony.
What do they call it? Not a sermonette. What do they usually call it when a convocation person gets a lectern?
A liturgy.
Yeah.
Yes.
So this little girl, she broke down the word peacemaker. She took each letter of peacemaker. She's about, how old do you think she is?
I think she's 9.
Eloquent, man.
Yes.
Wow.
Very eloquent. She did an excellent job.
I'll call her Sister Young Bland. She's a Bland. Yes. She did a great job. Great job.
So that's what they do now on third Sundays when the youth, before anything happens, one of the young people give a little type of exhortation or a literature, like you just said, and just whatever the topic is, they just roll with it, man. And they've done excellent.
We were doing that. We are still doing that sort of. And I decided for myself, this is not church. Okay, hey, welcome everybody to our show.
Well, we're talking about the weekend, so hey, that's what we're doing. We're mixing it in with the weekend. Come on,
awesome weekend. God is good. We had a wonderful Friday service. We were up in Orange, New Jersey, Futum. Bishop Lloyd Faulkner in there. They were celebrating some men's women's conference. Then on Saturday, unfortunately, we had a homegoing service I went to. Still was very nice, very worshipy. And then on Sunday, we had an awesome service. Our preacher spoke upon, don't break the covenant. And that was a good word from her. So we had a good time. And then today, I got some good news. We're actually very close to opening a week away.
Yeah.
So I'm excited. So keep praying for us. Bro, how was your weekend, guys?
Well, I already said it, so you go ahead.
You're Home Depot, that's right.
There's too many homegoing services, man.
Yeah.
we have to pray for all these families. Like Saturday, Bishop Scott, they had a funeral Saturday, and they're going to have one that was in Florida, and they're going to have another one in Baltimore this Saturday. So we're still praying for the Scott family and the family. Yeah, and then we're going to have another special prayer also. One of our great deacons passed away too. So Arnold Brown. So that's Diane Lake and Hubie, the family right there. So, and we're praying for Mom Brown too. So that's another prayer that we're just thinking about the family.
Yeah.
But we did get some great news though. Wait a minute.
Oh yes.
Okay. Lexi
Schneider. Is it Schneider?
Anyway,
Schneider.
Lexi, she had a kidney transplant, and she went home today. I mean, last couple of weeks she's been going to, and everything was great. Mm-hmm. The prayers from the church members, family, everywhere was successful. It was great, and Lexi's home.
Yes,
that's beautiful. Strong lady.
Let's get that started. Everybody's watching. If you hear some good news about a blessing and somebody's blessed us,
that's good.
Please send us into us so we can shout them out. We don't care where they're from, what church they go to. Send it into us so we can shout them out and we can give God a thank you, praise for them. We're telling you, we're three guys who love the Lord.
Exactly. And then while you're sending that in,
that's it. So send it in.
Press the like button, press the share button, and subscribe. So
you can send in those notices.
We want all the shout outs, and we'll give you a shout out if you put it down here.
Hey, you know what, Rupert? You know what I'm so happy about? Someone said yesterday they were doing a fast for being quiet. I'm so glad that fast broke.
You knew it wasn't going to last. I told you that already.
I'm glad that fast broke because I told you just the two of us talking tonight.
Wait, bruh. We said
I'm going on a fast to be quiet.
No, Mark, we said that was going to last about a day. We were about right. We said about a day.
Now we're going to get comments about that too.
About a day.
Anyway.
Hey, but tonight is our 69th episode. One show away from Big 70. Wow. So tonight we're talking about
75th.
Was that?
Maybe we got to do the 75th show because 100, we're a long way from 100. So maybe we got to do the 75th for the special giveaway.
Okay, then. Yeah, that's fine.
There you go. So the question is, for tonight's show, does feminism trivialize men's issues of today? I want to start off by saying yes and no. Yes, we were just talking about this earlier. A lot of times when you have issues where, let's say, when a man talks about he's been abused, it's played down. It's not played up like a woman abuse would be. For an example, if a man gets raped, it's not really talked much about. But if a woman gets raped, it's going to be across all networks. Maybe it's because a man could be afraid of stating the fact that he was raped or he was abused by his wife or something of that nature. I don't know. But it seems like situations like that, when it comes to domestic things, is not as publicized as much as a woman's would be.
Well, let's talk about what is, because some people may not know what feminism is, right? So let's talk about it a little bit. Feminism is a social movement and a theory advocating for social, political, economic equality of all genders. It aims to dismantle systems of oppression and achieve full gender equality in law and practice.
Right. You know you're right.
You know you're right. What in the world?
So feminism is actually just a movement that people normally associate right with women's rights.
Yes.
But it's supposed to be for all rights, for gender equality. But the women are the ones focusing on it. So does it trivialize men issues? You brought up a good point, right? if we're supposed to have equal rights when a woman gets raped and it's going through the news and being so permanently talked about, but a man gets raped, first of all, you don't really want the jokes start happening, right? Things like that. It doesn't get the same type of press coverage.
Right.
And are we treated the same way? When you're in an abusive relationship, you can be a man being abused just as well as you can be a woman being abused, right? And so why is it that there seems to be this divide between, if it's supposed to be an equal rights movement, right, and women want the same rights, why is it that we're not being talked about in these situations? Men are not being also given the same rights and process as women. I mean, I hope some lawyers are on here, because that will be important if you have a lawyer on here. I hope my sister maybe comes on, or another lawyer can talk about it.
There was a devil's advocate here. So, but even then, though, even if you said a man got raped,
see, here we go. Here we go.
In your head, I mean, in your head. Now, I'm not saying I'm right. I'm just, thoughts are just being thrown out here. In your head, a man would like, oh, dang, I don't mind that.
Well, that's if it's a woman.
No,
doing
it's
that.
a woman doing it to a man.
Right.
Yeah, no, I understand.
But even when you say that, how society is now, because now it's man and woman and woman. So a man getting raped, and of course, most of that might happen. I mean, it happens everywhere in jail. I mean, that's what's that about. So, but I know we're talking about women to man.
Right. But so we automatically go to the fact that, oh, the man likes that. Right?
Yeah.
That's what we automatically go to.
Yeah, I just threw it
The
out
fact
there.
is, rape is not something that, a rape, that means a man's already said no for whatever reason.
Right.
Right. He said, I don't want this. And then he was forced upon. Now, some guys will be, no, I don't want it. And they're not really forced, but they're just making, okay, I'll do it. Okay. We're not talking that, right? We're talking about legitimate rape, right? Where the guy is trying to not do this, not have it, and the woman forces himself upon the man. Now, of course, there is the stigma behind it,
yes,
right? But it still happens. And like we said, or like we joke about it, oh my God, that really happened. That's just one of the many. There's also abuse. There's also the fact that there are certain jobs that are women oriented, but they're kind of leaving that now, right? Like sometimes teachers, nurses, they were seem to be women jobs, and now men are more prevalent in those areas, or becoming more prevalent in those areas. That it's just, is there equality still there too, right? Is there equality there still?
Well, you said something I wanted to get into next about men being harassed on the job by a female boss.
Woo!
Because think about it. They don't talk much about that, but it does happen.
No, it has. No, that happened to me on a supervisor.
Woo!
No, a supervisor at the post office.
Woo!
She just had this thing about men, and she was the boss. No one could say nothing back to her. She would sit behind me, and we have this thing about when you file in mail, there's a certain amount of mail you're supposed to be putting in at a certain time. She would sit down there and watch you while you filing slow. You got a mandate to make or whatever. Or while you're not pulling down your mail now, it's time to go. It's too. So she would do that. For her, 9 people left the station and bid somewhere else, so they wouldn't be harassed by her. Now, that's just one story. And remember, what we're talking about now is the feminism. Another time we're going to talk about, I guess, men dominating women or whatever. But right now, we're just talking about the females, I guess. He said, look, I got harassed. It took me a while because I got patience, but I eventually had to leave because she'd take you in the office and say words to you. And just like a bishop would say, you got your inner man, you can't do it. You had to just walk out because you really wanted to say something, but you didn't want to go out of character, which is easy for people to get out of character. So I had to go myself. So
we got a couple good comments coming in.
Yes, we do.
Normally we wait a little bit of a while, but we got to get them. So I think it's a hot topic. So for the ladies, so I want ladies to speak your fact, right? Or Brother Dexter, go ahead.
No, feminism does not inherently trivialize men's issues. Rather, it aims for gender equality and can benefit men by challenging harmful gender roles and promoting a more equitable society. Did he say that?
Yeah, that's a type. We're gonna get there's other points, other comments that will touch that, so we'll save them. Yeah, she's gonna get you guys.
Okay. Oh, you didn't tell me. All right.
Tell you what, whatever.
Yeah, I know about me being quiet.
No. About the kidney replacement. Come on, guys. About the kidney replacement, right? That's what I think she's talking about.
Maybe.
No, it was on a thread.
It's on a thread. She knows about that.
Yes.
So
something different.
So Anita says, who is Anita? She says, we're still.
Somebody's on the couch already.
We're still fighting for equality today. Women have to stand up for themselves. It's important our voice is heard across. Of course, we know that. That's a no-brainer.
But your voice is heard all across all issues. But are you being fair with your voices?
There you go.
Right. I mean, it's okay to have a voice, but are you being fair? Because sometimes, like we said, we're trivializing men. So you speak up, but do you speak up just for women, or do you speak up for those men that are needing your help also? Because it's about equal rights. Right. So that's what I'm saying. And again, I don't want to get attacked by the ladies because I love you all.
Because we're not women bashing here.
No,
we're not doing that. Please
don't get it twisted.
Yes.
Don't get it twisted.
We're not women bashing.
Right. And we're not really talking about salaries or opportunities or things of that nature. We're just talking about issues that men face that women don't seem to be on the same page with us, so to speak.
Right. And so like for Esther's thought, right? We just talked about it, right? When men talk about salaries and opportunities, it almost seems as if we're bashing women, right?
And we're not.
We're not. But if we talk about it, it's going to seem like it, because our opinion is going to seem like, oh, so you know what I'm going to say? Everybody should get paid the same and we'd be all good. I don't know what he means by this.
Is gape or gape has nothing to do with feminism.
Larry, help us out.
Help us, please.
Yes.
Is it a misspelling? I mean, I don't know. Is it gape, gape?
I don't know what it is. So help us out, please, please, please. It's down there a little bit later, so maybe he's going to explain it. So we'll see.
Okay, yeah.
She's back again. She says, if women are silent, it may be misinterpreted as being weak or scared. This is 2025, and we still face some of these issues 40 years ago. This is absolutely ridiculous.
We might have to have a feminism show. We're talking about this feminism trivialize men.
Men's issues.
Right. I think you mean to go back to the introduction with that trivialize mean, because I think some
people are being trivialized right now. We can't.
We're being trivialized because trivializing is downplaying men's issues, and that's what we're trying to get across. How men's issues don't always seem to get the exposure.
I don't think whatever we say is still going to come back. It's still coming back, bro.
So we're being trivialized right now.
Yes,
right now.
In my
Oh, here's a lawyer.
opinion,
Here's a
sister.
lawyer. She says, in my opinion, there is no question that men are discriminated against in domestic violence cases. Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. Trivializing men.
Yes,
From a woman.
Yeah. Amen. And she
prominent woman.
well, Deborah she did handle a lot of domestic violence cases.
Yes.
And she did speak to me about men getting the short end of the stick, even in judgment. Sometimes men got the short end of the stick because the judge will look at a big man and a little girl and say, "Oh, come on, man, that's not happening," right? And so it was a lot. It really happened a lot. Okay, hold on.
Yeah, but that's like before, yeah, because when a lot of these guys, that's like when a policeman is called to a house and a woman and a man have fought. Where do they generally side at the moment, even though the lady still has a frying pan in her hand? And she done hit him a few times, but he hasn't hit him yet. Now we already know that there's a lot of women out here who's been abused and doing it. We're not throwing that away, but we just turning this around for a second. And how many? Because that's what we said at the beginning. How men will not say nothing, and the policeman will go, "Wait a minute. Oh, she's hitting you. And what's happening?" And she'll say her words. Men will probably be a little bit quiet when they say their words because they want to be too loud, and they're already embarrassed because the cops are looking at them funny. Wait a minute, you letting that little woman hit you? I don't want to hit her.
Right.
So that's just a story, another story behind it. So here go Larry, gentleman. Okay, I appreciate the gentleman. Y'all know that feminism is a trick by the enemy.
Ooh.
Where it encourages women to be independent. It is anti-family, anti-life. As for proof, there are too many successful women without families. Huh?
And he added this, and futures.
And futures. Oh, my bad.
And he added something else.
And don't type the R word. Is that a reward? I don't know. But I'm out. You know what I think we should do, though? Yeah, I'm out. We should invite Larry on a show.
I want this to marinate for a second.
Yes.
Yeah, because
we can make their comments.
I'm struggling on that one. I really am. I'm at a loss. I'm doing his fasting of words right now because I don't.
So I can agree in part.
Go back. Let me see it again.
I don't know if it's a trick by the enemy, right? But it does encourage women to be independent. But the truth is, I want my child, my daughter, to have some independency and not be dependent upon a man. Because in this world, that leaves you sometimes with nothing. And for me to sit here as a father of daughters and say, you should be family oriented, and depend upon that man that God gives you is one thing. But what happens when that man turns away from God and you're left without anything? And now I've got to take you back and take care of you because as a good father, I have to. That is the problem with that statement that I have. I don't have a problem with the statement that independence does take women away from certain things, but they have to have a career. And I would advise my daughter to have a career of her own that she can fall on, and she doesn't have to be dependent on any man. But I would also advise my son to be a stand-up man and take care of your family as you should.
Yeah.
Right. So it's a tough place to be, but I understand what he's saying.
But along with that, if the man who's the head of the house passes on, then the wife is by herself and may not know anything. So it's good that she has something to fall back on, be able to do something for herself. So that to me, I think is good for her to have some type of independence, because that way, if anything were to happen, she's not out in Alice in Wonderland, so to speak.
Right, right. Okay, here's the battle. So Nita comes back. You still have a boys club and want to keep women down. Wow, it's almost like an answer right to Larry. We understand you're not bashing women. We understand that.
We'll talk after this, dear. We'll talk after this, dear.
What's wrong with having a boys club?
Is there a boys club?
But okay, even that then. Even remember at the beginning of this show, before we even started, we were accused of not having women come on our show or as guests or hosts, and then women didn't want to, because they thought it was just a man show and we just wanted to do it for the men at the very beginning. And how many times did we have to say, no, it's for everyone, churches, outside or whatever. This is just not, it just so happened to be three brothers who love the Lord, and we're just talking about different subjects of all as much as we can. And that's just another case of what's happening too. So this is just not just a guy's show.
Right. And see, I think what people are missing, the fact that some people are still in denial that men do not get abused. They're in denial that men do not get raped. They're in denial that men are subject to not getting certain promotions because of a female boss. They're in denial of certain things because they always think because the man is always on top that these things don't happen. It does happen, but it's not brought to the light as what we are trying to bring tonight.
Right. And I agree with, both you guys. And I agree that, I don't think there is a boys club, but I don't think the boys club that she's talking about really is in what we're talking about. Christian brothers, we don't have a boys club. We
have a gentleman's club. No.
We have a club, but we also are past the holding women down.
A brotherhood meeting.
We're in the lifting women up, because we know in church that's important. If the church didn't have women, we'd be in big trouble.
Absolutely.
Of course.
I wouldn't want to go to that church.
But I think I know what Nita's talking about too. I can see what she's talking about.
Okay.
Oh, look. Why is it stereotyping? We're talking about a subject. I mean,
So that's called stereotyping, along with feminism, trivializing men issues. So she has to explain a little bit better for us.
Yeah. Right. We need to bring you back on the show with your cat.
Just hold your cat. I knew that was coming sooner. Yes, you did. We might even get some more. If the Bible said it is not good for man to be alone, feminism. I can't even say it now. I'm like, women being single and independent can't be right.
Okay, so let's have a little Bible study real quick.
Yes,
the word is not good for men to be alone. It's always been considered that he was talking about only about Adam. It was not good for man to be alone, right? Adam, the wife. It automatically, when he made Eve, what did he do? He took her from where? The rib. Where's the rib? The side. So that does not mean that he was supposed to be in front. He was supposed to be beside each other. So if you want to really be biblical, the biblical context would be have your woman always beside you. Right? As she's helping you, she should be beside you. You're not in front of her. You're leading her from the same position because she's directly from your side. So that's a little Bible study. But the system is that feminism isn't saying, the real feminist isn't saying men are evil, women are being oppressed. It's saying, hey, everybody, let's look at what you're doing to women, because we're not being treated the same way as men.
Right.
We're saying today that women are feminists are taking it to another level where they're saying, hey, let's look at women and not saying, wait a minute, This same thing's happening to men. Let's also help them. They're trivializing what's happening to us, even though it's the same thing. That's what we're trying to get at. So, amen. I think
before you bring the next question up,
please, we love the nation. We love everybody who comes on this show. I know there's a lot of people also who watch the show and don't say anything, but just watch it, and even during the week. But please continue to press the like, the share button, and the subscribe button. Keep pressing them because we really do appreciate you. And we got other things coming on in the show during later on that you don't want to miss.
You notice when he says like, share, and subscribe, he gets more British.
All the time. Like, share, and subscribe.
You notice that he ges more British.
I do?
Yes, you do.
Oh, my bad.
Say it again. Say it again. Say like, share, and subscribe, Simon. See what happens.
Like, share,
His native tongue comes out stronger every time.
My bad.
Okay.
Anyway.
All right.
That was black. I do not think feminism is a plan of the enemy, but I do think the feminism movement fully embraces the complex issues of women of color. Some branches of the feminism movement can fairly be described. Did she write more?
No.
Oh, yes, she did. I just didn't write it quick enough. As discriminatory. For example, the suffrage movement fought for the right for white women to have the vote. So the movement can certainly trivialize black men. All right. Did she write more? Oh, yes, she did. Please note, men got abused, and that abuse equally as damaging to the children as when women get abused. Okay.
Okay.
That's a lot to go over, Deb.
Yes, there is.
But that was good.
Did she write any more?
No, that was it. Okay. So that's a lot to go over. But we agree. But she's actually bringing to another point, right? She's saying the feminist movement was mainly for white women, Caucasians, and so that trivialized black women. So if it trivialized black women, of course it's going to trivialize black men. Yeah. So that's a good point, right? It was supposed to be about equality for all people. Has it really done that? No. And as a black man, has it helped me? Right? Has it helped us? Okay.
So Larry says, I would advise my daughter to have her education and job and partner like God intended. Think this is a win-win?
I think that's what we said. I think he's going back on his comment there a little bit. Right? Because if he's telling his daughter to have education and a job, he's telling his daughter also you'd want to be paid just like any man would want to be paid. And that's what feminism is talking about. Right? It's when you take it, it's like a woman saying, I just want to be treated the same way as a man. So he's saying now he's going back and saying, yeah, I'm gonna tell my daughter to have independence. But find a partner like God intended. Yeah. Well, what if she doesn't?
Right.
Why are you guys being so quiet on this one? All right, we're going to the next one. You guys are leaving me hanging out there.
Yes.
I'm just digesting what you're saying because I don't disagree with you on that comment you made.
Okay.
To piggyback on what Mark said, I can vouch with working with the automotive field. I have customers, female, that have lost their husbands. Their husbands did everything with their vehicles for them. Yes. I understand that too.
And see, that's why it's important for, the spouse, the female, at least learn how to do certain things. So in the event this other spouse is gone.
Yeah, right. There was no independence. There was no me going to get an oil. There was no my wife going to get an oil change. She's dependent upon her husband to do all those things, which is just fine. If the husband's a good husband and they're doing those things and she doesn't have to worry about it, that's great. But then there is a void. There's a void.
I think they do that now because you have to remember there's a lot of single women out there now who are raising kids. I mean, a lot, and they do a lot. And hopefully when they raise their sons, and their sons get a certain age, can help mom. And of course, that's not always going to happen all the time. But at the same time, that's why it's really important for a man to be in that relationship, so we can help the son or whatever. But there's a lot of single ladies out there who actually, I remember sometimes when you say, can I carry the bag for you? No, I'm fine. I got that.
Oh my God.
Yes. I'm not saying it because I know you can't do it. I'm just being a gentleman here or whatever. No, I got this. I can do this by myself. Yeah.
That is a major problem with feminism, right? Is the fact that they don't believe that men are chivalrous anymore.
No.
We have women who want you to open the door.
Yeah, you got some who don't want them to
open the door for me.
Right.
Okay. So you brought up a good point. I mean, I really want to touch that point, but we got some questions.
I love your show and have a crush on the host, Mark Brodus.
Oh my goodness!
Who's that?
We gotta set you up.
He got a crush.
That's another show.
We gotta set you up, man. Hey, Anita, leave your number for Mark. He'll call you.
Right.
You guys can have a little date.
What, Anita? Tonight, I'm just gonna walk straight out the front door. I'm just gonna walk right out the front door. I ain't what you.
Stupid.
Oh, okay, Talia, and of course, they have no idea of what needs to be taken care of because their husbands did everything.
Right. That was. I'm sorry, Ty. I didn't know that was more to it. Yeah, and again, that's it. But again, that trivializes oftentimes. Let's talk about what you were talking about, Simon. So when you have a good man, right, and he's doing all those things, people forget he did all those things.
Yep.
And feminists make you trivialize it because it makes it like it's not important anymore. Women can do whatever men can do, but it's not true. That's not true. Women can't do everything that men can do, and men can't do everything that women can do. So don't trivialize my chivalry because you are independent. It's good to be independent. It's good. But don't make it trivialize what I do for my wife or my spouse. That's where I think the real issue is, right? Where the real problem might lie is that there are men out there that want to do good, but they don't even know how to accept it because they're so independent. That is a problem I see.
Yeah. Along with that, there are even some TV shows that portray that. One of the shows I hated was Married with Children. You remember Al Bundy?
Oh, Lord.
The wife was always on him about something. That man could not do anything right. He could not do anything right in her eyes. But it goes to show you that's what Hollywood did. They put shows out there like that to degrade men who really do stuff. Make it seem like all men are stupid. All men are dogs. Or all men are this. And that's not the case. You got some good men out here. But Hollywood makes it seem different.
Well, that's why the Cosby Show was so innovative and so wonderful, right? On many levels. One, you had a prosperous Black family, but two, you had a prosperous husband and wife.
Yes,
he was the doctor, she was a lawyer, but yet the husband, he did everything. That he went and did things. He bought cars. He went and make sure things were done. But when she needed to step up and be the independent woman, she did it. And I think that you were so right that shows were saying other things. But when that show came on, it changed the narrative. It changed the narrative.
Remember the Cosby Show when, wait a minute, when, what's the name? The boyfriend, when Mrs. Cosby goes, do you want me to get you some coffee or some food or make you food? And he says, Oh, you gonna make her some? You gonna make him some food? Are you gonna get him some cup? And then she's looking at me, huh? Well, no, I am not his servant. I'm his wife. like that. It's like, oh.
Yeah. Yeah, no, but that's what feminism has kind of said to women, right? No, you can't. You're not supposed to get your husband coffee. Your husband gets you coffee. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
We get each other coffee. We're not each other's servants. We're each other's spouses, right? If you feel like getting coffee for me, get it. If I feel like getting for you, get it. Or you can always ask me, or I can ask you. It's not a servitude thing. It's a relationship thing.
A relationship thing. There you go.
Oh, thank you. And
good to see you.
Just tuned in. You're right. You know you're right. Without women, the church and everything else would be in trouble. Yes.
Yes.
Exactly.
We don't dispute that at all.
100%. If without women we have no more children, we'd be in big trouble.
To hear the men's choir every Sunday.
I was having this conversation with my wife and daughter yesterday. So you think about it. If you put all the men on one island and put all the women on one island, the world is gone. Because
no.
What do you mean the island? I mean,
well, I'm just saying if you were to put all men on one part of the world and women on one part of the world,
no,
it's gone because you won't have nobody to reprocreate. I mean, nothing's going to happen anymore.
Right.
It's just,
somebody's going to figure out how to get to the other island.
Yes. Somebody's swimming.
Somebody.
Depending on how far the island is, someone's building a raft. Someone's doing something. I need my lady. I need my man.
Wait, women are over there, you're saying?
What?
I'm sick of you all. I'm going over there. Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
But I do know what you're saying. I do know what you're saying.
Oh, we down here. Right?
Oh, wait, I missed one.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, the husband. Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Oh, Talia's back. Oh. And I have to calm these women down because they relied and depended on their husbands. Not that it's bad, but they have no idea. So that's why you're there, Talia, is to do the Lord's work. And you said calm them down and give them some knowledge.
To help them out. Help them out. Oh, my God.
Invite them to transformation.
Okay, hold on. This one? No. This one.
Did, so Ann says the husband. Oh, okay. Oh, wait. Whoa. She says the husband should know how to do household things too. The door swings on both ways. And let me tell you, this one knows how to do it. That one knows how to do it. This one knows how to do
household.
All of us know how to do that, Ann. So I'm not sure what demographics you may be speaking to, but we know how to do those things.
Help us, Jesus. Make sure you come early on Sunday so we can talk about it.
There are men who don't know.
Yes, we know that. But remember, okay, look, there's some men who just don't want to do it at all. They just want to walk in.
Come on.
And say, where's my dinner? Where's my... We know that's a fact that some men are like that. And so we understand that. And we do... But it is true what you said.
Yeah.
We should know household.
But there are certain things I'm not going to allow my wife to do because...
Of course not.
It's like shoveling the snow. That's never going to be her job as long as I'm able to do it, right? Not that she can't do it, because when she was single, she had to do it. Mm-hmm. But I'm around now, so she doesn't have to do it. Drive. Matter of fact, if I'm in the car with her, I normally drive. She doesn't have to drive. If she wants to, she can, but she doesn't have to. I'll just drive. Certain things. So there are certain things that she's going to also do because that's what she's asked to do. I'm not a cook. So most of the cooking is done by her. If it's grilling, I'll grill something, but cooking, you don't want to eat my food and die. You want to live.
Me too. I can do a cream of wheat and oatmeal. Yeah. I can do that off the bat. But I do household. And my wife's a great cook, brilliant cook. But the compromise of I can do housework. It doesn't matter to me. I don't care about no vacuum and washing dishes and painting walls and putting wallpaper up. No problem, sir.
I just want to be appreciated for doing it. That's it. The same way she wants to be appreciated for doing it. We just want to be appreciated. Right. Oh
surprise. No time to wake up.
Wait a minute. And he's trying to deny something.
Right.
Listen, his first word. I agree with Larry. Just right there. No, have daughters get an education and job and partner to build a family together. Home life and careers balance.
That's what we said.
We did. And your friend said that too. It is education. We did agree.
Amen.
And y'all don't know each other? Okay. Now, I do think a man should show chivalry.
Yes, yes, yes.
I'm shivering.
Yes.
Oh, whoa. Okay, Talia. It's not that we don't think chivalry is dead. Some single women are accustomed to doing things on our own. True.
Yes,
Part
but
two.
is there a part two?
Yeah.
Oh, there's a part two?
Yeah.
Okay, my bad. On their own. And when assistance is offered, we kind of put it up a wall. I was told if you want something to do right, you have to do it yourself.
I was told that too growing up. So
yeah.
I wasn't.
That's because I am the way I am.
I wasn't.
Yeah. That came from my mom. My mom was like, if you want something done right, you got to do it yourself. So
I was told if you want to have something done right, go to the right person, make sure they do it right. That's it.
To make sure they do it right.
Nope.
Or ask a professional.
But I see your point. But again, the issue isn't we don't think you can do it. The issue is if I'm offering that help, let me do it. Because if I didn't offer the help, you would let me know.
Okay.
Right? If I go outside and I see a single mother, and I don't do it now because I live in the suburbs, but when I lived in Philly and I was at school during snow, if it's snow on the ground and there's cars parked left and right, and you shoveling your car out, a young lady comes out, she starts shoveling. I say, no, I got it. I got you.
And I did that this year.
Yeah. And if
I did that. Yes.
She's all upset. No, I don't need your help. I'm not trying to pick you up. I'm just doing it because it's what I was taught to do. I'm a man. You're a woman. Let me help you out. So accept it and say thank you and move on. Go ahead. I'm sorry, son. Go ahead.
No, I did the same thing. I'm shoveling and asked somebody because their car was next to mine. And I wasn't just going to shovel around mine and then leave the snow around her car or whatever. And this was an older lady, and she was shoveling. I said, look, you sweep the stuff up your car. That's fine. I'll just get rid of the snow and shovel it. And so it's just like that. It's just an automatic thing.
Yeah.
If you say no, hey, look, if you can do it, I'm not saying you can't. I always say that. I'm not saying you can't. I was just helping you. That's all.
He says, I love Married with Children.
The show.
I know.
It was a joke. I thought it was real.
You thought it was.
Okay, Lou. Oh my God. Some households are traditional where the wife has specific roles and the man has a role, and that's okay if both parties agree. But other households operate where the man's role and the women's role
you find it?
interchange.
Yeah. It's a good point. No, that's true, right? As we progress over time, roles have changed for men and women, right? So, yes.
Hey, good to see you, Wolf.
Yeah, go ahead.
Says, but feminism seems to disagree. That's a true statement. I mean, but you know what? There are some feminists who will try to help men. Let's be correct. There are some that will try to help, but the majority of them is not on that same page.
Oh, someone got a compliment here. Preach, Pastor Rupert. Men can't do what women does and vice versa. Men are natural providers. Women are natural nurturers.
Amen.
Yes.
Can't disagree with that statement.
Exactly. Oh, here we go. So you are at a family gathering. Is it okay for the wife to make her man a plate or food, or is that a thing?
It's totally okay, But you know what's also okay? Is if the man makes a play for his wife.
Yes.
Bingo.
It goes both ways.
It's totally okay. What I get frustrated with is the man who sits there. You know what gets you frustrated? At weddings, the man sits there when the table gets up and he sits there and he waits for his wife to go get food, and then he gets to go back and get her food.
And he's not even hurt. He don't have no bad legs.
Yeah.
His back don't hurt.
Nothing wrong.
No.
That frustrates me. But of course you can get, when I'm at a wedding, if I'm going to get something to drink, I say to my wife, honey, do you want me to get something to drink for you? Yes, I do. We go up. When my wife is ready to go get dessert, she'll say, hey, do you want me to bring something or you want to go with me? Right? If I'm talking, I might say, yeah, if you want to bring, just bring me anything, that's cool. Or I'll say I'll get up and go with her. Right? So it will always work out. But you have to, I think Brother Lyde said it great. It has to be agreed upon how you guys arrange.
Yeah.
Where are we? Oh, here we go.
Forget the man/woman islands. God say not good to be for a man and woman to be alone. We were joking.
It was a hypo.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was just no, ain't none of this. Ain't none of this. We gonna say it. No, we were joking about a man on different islands. Help us, Jesus. Help me. What is it? Help us, Holy Ghost.
She said, Ann says, I keep thinking about James Brown. This is a man's world.
It's a song. I'm sorry. Thank you, Ann. It's a song.
Oh, my Lord.
She took me back on that one.
Woo.
Oh, let's just go next one.
Yeah, this is a dream that is lost. Walk in and have a hot plate of brown stew chicken, rice and peas waiting. Making me. Oh, so he's agreeing that once he gets home, his wife gonna cook that meal while he's sitting in his armchair.
Yeah. So here's the thing. It happens. It happens.
It does.
So here's Larry and Ken. Great mom. I think he's talking about Larry. Great mom thinks alike. I think.
Ooh.
I think he's in trouble here. Right here. I think he's in trouble here.
Uh-oh.
Ladies, you are free to answer back. Can we really listen to meow, ladies? That's not a joke on you, Talia. Joking T, just joking. He's not joking.
She said, huh?
Yes, guys, look at the stats on children raised by single mothers does not come into play.
Dude, you're a producer. Why don't you look it up?
Yeah, why don't you look it up? Come on.
Yeah, you the fact checker.
You gotta throw something like that. Why are you throwing us under the bus?
Yes. He's supposed to be fact checking for us. Jesus wept. We got 6 minutes. Hurry up. And says, as a single woman, I do some things because I have to.
Right.
Not because I want to. Shovel my snow, take out my trash, and cut my lawn.
But you know what? That's good.
Yeah.
Because you're independent.
And she knows how to do it.
You can do it. But if you now get into a relationship and you get married again, and now your husband says, you're going to say, go right ahead. Because you said you don't want to do it. You're doing it because, and I think that's where we raise our daughters. Hey, young lady, you need to know that if you don't have a man in your life or guys will bring you one, be able to be independent. My sister is that same way, independent. You got.
But this also comes apart where, like what she said, she can do that trash, but then when a guy asks, "I'm going to shovel that for you," or take the trash bag for you, and you say, no, I got it. No, I'm good. I don't need you. So I've heard them comments like that before. But
she said she does the lawn. Now, if she gets a joke out there who doesn't know how to do the lawn, I'm like, oh, no. Because like me, I'm a stickler when it comes to lawn. So I'm not going to have somebody come out there and do my lawn. Like, no, that's not going to happen. You can do the back. You're not going to do the front. So, I applaud you.
Yes.
I remember I had my son do the lawn one time. We have a drive lawnmower. So, okay, yeah, drive, go ahead, drive. I'll be back. I came back. I was like, never again. I don't know what he did. Spots were missing. It was bad.
I had no problem with my son doing it neither. So, but I always left the lawnmower on the same cut, so he didn't have to adjust.
He says, please have a part 2 and invite me.
What did I tell you? I told you.
Okay.
Yes.
He's going to be bashed, boy. He'll be here.
No, we can have Larry and Ken on the show.
Oh, she said he can have it. Okay, and he can have it. Okay.
Yeah. You know you're going to be on the show. In addition to the domestic violence, what are other issues men face?
Oh, wow. We have to do a part 2 on this show.
We have to do part 2 then, because we
out
have
of-
3 minutes to go.
Right.
And we got some more questions or answers up there. So
one good one real quick. It's harder for a single man to adopt a child versus a single woman. That I think is a problem. If a man has an open, loving environment, there should not be an issue why he can't adopt a child.
Also, not even adopt a child in separation cases.
Raising a daughter.
The mother can be a drug addicted mother, but as long as she has a job and a place to live, she'll get the kids before a man will. So that's another one that you can talk about. Also, we talked about it in the workplace, right? It's often hard for a man sometimes to get ahead, especially if a woman is a feminist, because she's going to move her women into places and neglect the man. So that's not seen a lot, but it happens out there.
Absolutely.
There's a lot of different issues. Every issue a woman can think of for her can fall on a man, but it's just not talked about because, again, it's like the Black Lives Matter movement, which I thought was very important to have. But if people understand, we weren't saying that other people's lives don't matter. It's what's happening right now to the Black people we have to care about. But yes, other people's lives matter. But that's where that was misunderstood so much by people, because they thought it was only saying Black people lives matter. No, everybody's lives matter. But at that state, we have to worry about it. So for women, your issues matter.
Absolutely. Don't get it twisted.
But please don't think that men don't have those same issues in some cases.
Amen. Right. Hey, good show tonight. Join us next week, and we're going to talk about part 2 of dating online. So, what do you really think?
Good one. So that being all said, everybody, thank you again for joining us every Monday at 7:30. So from myself and my 2 cohorts, Mark and Simon, we're going to say 2 words, and those words are,
You're welcome.
All right.
Oh, we got it down pat now.
Yeah,
we got